On the other side, Democrats and abortion rights advocates saw the judge's ruling as a legal victory. I'm joined now by Planned Parenthood Wisconsin's CEO Tanya Atkinson, actually joining us from San Francisco this morning from a Planned Parenthood conference. Tanya, thanks for taking the time to be here.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Very glad to be here.
So the ruling carves a path forward for this lawsuit. What's your reaction to that?
Well, certainly we are very pleased with the ruling, and it underscores what we've been, saying all along, that this law is not enforceable. Although that this is a preliminary ruling, we do think that it dispels the notion that Wisconsin prosecutors can charge physicians for providing abortion. And this is an absolutely critical step on the path to protecting and expanding access to abortion care for the long term in Wisconsin.
Because Republicans have large majorities in the state legislature right now, there's really no immediate path there to repeal this law or pass protections. Would you say restoring abortion access in Wisconsin hinges on this lawsuit?
Yeah, so as you pointed out, there's really two paths to restoring abortion access in Wisconsin. One is a legislative path, and we know, as you pointed out, that that is very unlikely. And the other is a legal path through our court system. And so, yes, this court case is critical to restoring access to abortion care in Wisconsin.
So this case is likely going to the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and after August 1st, liberals will have a 4-3 majority when Janet Protasiewicz is sworn in. She hasn't specifically said how she'd rule on a challenge to the ban, but how do you feel about the lawsuit's chances in the state's highest court?
Yeah, I'm not one to try to project or assume what would happen at the state Supreme Court. The ruling that we just had in Dane County really does, we believe, underscore that this law is not enforceable.
So the law is still in the early stages of litigation here, but is Planned Parenthood Wisconsin already planning on restarting abortion services in the state?
Planned Parenthood Wisconsin is assessing the impact of the ruling and exploring the possibility of resuming abortion care. This requires really careful consideration, of course, with attorneys, physicians, operational teams. As a provider, what's really critical is that we center decisions on patient care, and we are very, very mindful that this ruling is not final.
I want to talk a little bit about the last year since Roe v. Wade was overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court. Has that impacted the work that Planned Parenthood Wisconsin does, of course, beyond the outlawing of abortions in the state of Wisconsin?
Yeah, I think yes, and I think what's important is the impact that the Dobbs decision has had on the people of Wisconsin. People who need an abortion in Wisconsin are having to travel hundreds and hundreds of miles, and and Planned Parenthood Wisconsin has added patient navigators to try to help individuals navigate this new world of abortion access. And for people who can travel, traveling to other states. And we've also seen other impacts in Wisconsin. I mean, the impact has been profound. Some of the other impacts that we've seen is medical students, either leaving medical school in Wisconsin or pulling their application because they're not going to be able to get the full range of education that they want and need to be able to practice medicine. So there's just a real profound ripple effect across the state of Wisconsin. For Planned Parenthood of Wisconsin, all of the health centers of Planned Parenthood Wisconsin have remained open, and Planned Parenthood Wisconsin has continued to respond to the needs of the community. So, for example, this year vasectomy services were added at one of our health centers in Milwaukee, and the gender-affirming hormone therapy that we offer has been expanded across the state of Wisconsin.
Last question for you here. I posed this to Wisconsin Right to Life when I spoke with them, so I want to ask you, do you think common ground can be found between pro-life supporters and those who are working to restore abortion rights and access?
Well, Wisconsinites deserve the freedom to make their own medical decisions in consultation with their physician and whomever else they would like to consult. Wisconsinites deserve access to the full range of reproductive services, including abortion. So if people have the freedom to make their own decisions and have access to the full range of reproductive health care, I think that we could find that place.
Tanya Atkinson, thank you so much for joining us this morning on Capital City Sunday.
Thank you, Sarah.